Aloha, all Paper Mario guy here, and I don't even actually have footage record as I'm answering these questions, but I want to finish these questions out, and we don't have that many more, so let's get right to it. So the first batch of questions comes from Assassin King 16, and he goes, "What is your favorite video game?" I've answered that numerous times, and my favorite video game is Paper Mario. There's another beard question. There's another new LP question. I'm sorry, Assassin King 16. Just so happens that you asked a lot of questions that had already been answered. How old are you? You look about 20. I'm actually only 16. My birthday is in February, so I'm like, really close to being 17, obviously. But whatever. Yeah, but I'm only technically, as of this recording, I'm only 16. And who's your favorite commentator? And I know I kind of answered this in one of the other videos, but since then I've decided to be a little bit more definitive than I think I was, and I'm just gonna say 100% that it's Clement J642. Shadow Productions is really good. I like Nintendo Capri Sun, as I've said in the past, but the more I think about it, and the more I try to debate with myself, Clement J642 is definitely, without a doubt, 100% my favorite Let's Player and favorite commentator. I don't know. I just love him. Or love his commentary. No, I don't love him. The next questions come from my good friend, the OmniGamer. Fun fact for all of you who don't know the OmniGamer. I've actually known him on the internet for like 5 years, but I actually have never met him in real life, but soon, hopefully. I actually co-starred in some of his videos, too, so if you want to go check those out. Anyway, he asked, would you move in with me? And of course I'd move in with you, Omni. If I actually lived out in California, no doubt in my mind, I would probably ask to move in with you, so yes. And his next question is, when you started LPing, did you expect to hit partner on YouTube at any point? And now that you have, what are the future plans for... I gotta expand for KNB LPs. Well, on your way anyway. Also, how does it feel to be to have inspired multiple people, including myself, to start LPing or even watching LPs for that matter? As far as the first one, did I ever expect to hit partner on YouTube? I'm gonna say yes and no, because when I started Let's Playing, when we started Let's Playing, like, I knew that after like the first like 6 or 7 months, after we got like our first shout out, basically, which I still considered to kind of be like our start. Once we got our first shout out, like, I had the gut feeling that like we were gonna wind up gaining like a sizable following, and 5,000 is definitely sizable. And as far as partner was concerned, I always had in my mind that if they ever started, giving out partnerships to Let's Players, that we'd probably get one. But I wasn't like cocky about it. I didn't always think it right from the beginning or anything, and it was only like an assumption. But I kind of had high hopes. I was very optimistic when we started out. And as far as the inspired multiple people, I think that's probably one of my favorite parts about it, if not my favorite. Inspiring people to LP, no matter how good or bad they are, or how long or how short they LP it for, just knowing that because of me, they went out to buy a game, or they went out to buy a recorder, or they just started in general. I don't know, it's a really good feeling, and it's one of those feelings that you really can't get from many other things. So I really enjoy that. It's probably one of my favorite parts. And the last set of questions that I have a name for is from BJ Wanlund, and he goes, 1. What video splitter do you use for your Dazzle, if any? I don't know the specific name of it. It's just a little black splitter, 2 females and 1 male, and yeah, I don't know the name of it, but any splitter with 2 females and 1 male work. Question number 2 is, what would be a game that you'd like to see LP that hasn't been LP'd to death? And if I could honestly pick one game that I would like to see from one of the people that I'm subscribed to, I'm not saying like in general, because I'm sure it has been done in general, but I'd personally love to see a good Let's Play of Lemmings, which is a puzzle game for the Super Nintendo for the Super Nintendo, because I love that game and I would love to see someone do that like well. Glover for the N64 or Gauntlet Legends for the N64, two games that I actually really want to do myself. Actually, all three of those games I would like to do myself, which is why I'm saying them. I would also like to see some Jak and Daxter, like the first Jak and Daxter game done, because I haven't played that game since like 2002, and I remember really liking it, and I figured that it would be good. And if I had to give one more game that hasn't really been LP'd to death, I'd probably say Secret of Mana. I've seen Nintendo Capri Suns do it. I know that 900 Red Yoshi at one point did it with the Nintendo Capri Sun, actually, and HC Bailey's done it, but I've never seen anybody else do it, and I would really like to see someone tackle that game, because I eventually, after I finally like beat it and get familiar with it, I would like to do it because it has the most fantastic soundtrack of any video game that I've ever heard. And I would like to see that game done. So those 4 or 5 that I just named. Number 3 is, who's the LPR that you feel is underappreciated by the L community at large? And I know that I've talked about him a few times during this little thing, but Clement J642 has like 15 to 16,000 subscribers, which is not really, you know, being underappreciated to a lot of people because they don't have anything close to that. But considering the guy's been doing this for like well over 3 years and is just phenomenal, I think that guy should easily have anywhere from 40 to 80,000 subscribers at this point. And I don't know, he's just fantastic. So him, and then of course Shadowy Productions. Actually, I would put Shadowy Productions over him, only for the fact that Shadowy Productions has been going for over a year, and it's honestly, even though he's like one of my better friends, he has some of the best and funniest LPs that I've seen on YouTube, and he doesn't even have 1,000 subscribers yet. And I always try to push it for my subscribers to go check him out and subscribe to him because he's awesome. But definitely Shadowy Productions, but Clement is not far behind, even though he has quite a large following. Question number 4 is, which is better, the original Mega Man series or the Mega Man X series? And I say Mega Man X series. If you want to know why, go watch Egos Raptors episode 2 of Sequelitis, where he compares the two, and you'll see exactly why. And question 5 is, accepting the games you've LP'd. If you could do one LP that you've always wanted to do an LP of, what would it be and why? And if I could do one LP of a game I haven't done yet, I'd probably, probably The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap, and I've been holding off for a while. I'm going to continue to hold off for a while, because I really like that game, but I just haven't really had the time, and it hasn't felt right to do that yet, so that. And that does it for all the questions that I have names for. Now, I still have a few questions that I got from the comments of these videos, and I'm going to answer them now. I don't know what your name is because I didn't take the time to write them down for these because they were left in comments. So sorry, but you should know if you ask the questions. So first goes, what was the first Mario and Zelda game you ever played? Well, the first Mario game I ever played was Super Mario World, and the first Zelda game I ever played, I believe, is A Link to the Past, but it could be Ocarina of Time. One of those two. So, one of those two. Question 2 is, what is your favorite TV series? And as of right now, I can't really think. I'm really into the show Breaking Bad that I just recently discovered. Started watching. I love Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and I don't know, there's a bunch, but I can't really answer that. This next one kind of makes me chuckle. When are you going to do the hidden shit in Vice City? I apologize that it's taken this long. I mean, I haven't even done the Mega Man X extras that I said I was going to do. I don't know, I'm just really lazy with extras, and sometimes I just don't really, you know, feel like picking the game back up. I actually decided that I'm going to do the hidden shit in Vice City right before I do Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, so I'm not going to tell you guys when I'm doing San Andreas, but whenever you see the hidden shit from Vice City, you know San Andreas is coming, so keep that in mind. Next thing is, you should do an LP of Mario Party game sometime. That would be awesome. And I actually really wanted to do an LP of a Mario Party game, and I might do Mario Party 3, depending. I'm not sure. I was thinking about leaving that to Caboose, but I have no idea. I might ask if I could do that game, because I know that he kind of wants to do it himself, but Next question is, why were you called EXO Arthur? And that's pretty interesting. EXO Arthur, is my Xbox Live gamer tag. And I just kind of use, and it was my old YouTube account's name before I closed that channel down. That's why it was EXO Arthur originally, but I really just didn't feel like EXO Arthur was a good, like, Let's Playing name, I guess. I don't know, it just kind of sounded stupid. And Paper Mario Guy is, like, my original screen name from, like, anything I've ever done, so I decided to switch to Paper Mario Guy. EXO, by the way, because I know there's a clan, but I wasn't in a clan. It came from, something called Evolution X Order, which is a combination of 3 professional wrestling stables, Evolution, D-Generation X, and New World Order. And back when I used to go to the Nintendo Insider forums, I was a part of this wrestling thread, and when Insider broke down, we moved to a new site that was called Evolution X Order, and I was really good friends with them, and I just kind of casually changed my name to EXO because it was originally a clan name. And yeah, there's a big backstory to it, but it was mainly because it was, you know, my screen name on Xbox at the time. But I figured I would elaborate a little bit. Why not? Next question is, are you ever going to do a Majora's Mask co-op LP anytime soon, or just a solo LP? And I'm going to be doing a solo LP of that eventually. I was originally actually planning to do it in the winter of 2011, but, you know, my scheduling of uploading, and I did some projects slower than I thought I was going to, and took, you know, a week or 2 breaks here or there. And then, you know, once Chugga Conroy started his, I was just like, you know what, screw doing Majora's Mask anytime soon, because I don't feel like dealing with retards who claim that I'm, you know, copying Chugga, which I'm clearly not, because there was plenty of people who did it before Chugga, and I don't feel like competing with his Let's Play of that. You know, it's one of those things where you do what you want, and I completely agree with that, but there is sometimes where it's just like, I'm not going to compete with the largest Let's Player on YouTube, because at the end of the day, I do have a little bit, you know, numbers aren't a huge thing, but I do care about them sometimes, and I don't want to see my views or my subscribers drop because I decided to pick a game that, you know, someone bigger than me was doing, and I'm getting overshadowed. So, yeah, eventually it will happen, just not anytime soon. The next question is, what game would you like to live in? And if I could pick one section from any video game, I cannot think of the galaxy in particular, but there's one galaxy in Super Mario Brothers, or Super Mario Galaxy 2, where, like, you swim through this little cave system, and you pop up on this, like, oasis kind of thing, and it's the most beautiful thing in any video game I think I've ever seen. And if I could live in, like, one little place, I would probably, like, put a house there, and that's where I would live. But if I had to pick, like, an entire world, you know, video game, I would probably live in Termina, in Clocktown, just because it has that big city feel, but also that, like, not so rural, like, it's, you know, not so rural, that's the weirdest word in the English language to say, by the way. I think Termina, so Majora's Mask, probably. But, I don't know, maybe a medieval place like, you know, what happens in Secret of Mana, or, you know, a place in Chrono Trigger. But I think Termina would probably be the place I would pick for, like, the overall world. This next question says, you said you wouldn't do a camcorder LP, but would you watch them? And at this point in time, I don't think I would watch a camcorder Let's Play. At the point that Let's Playing's at, the standard is kind of, you need a capture card at this point. And it's one of those things where a lot of times I find the people who are doing capture card, or camcorder Let's Plays, are people who probably shouldn't be doing Let's Plays at all. Not to say everybody, I'm just saying a majority of the time that I see him. So it's kind of, you know, I don't really like watching camcorder LPs. And I think the last one I watched was like mid-2010. And I think that's the last one I will watch. At least full through. Maybe I'll watch like a part or two just to see. But yeah, I don't think I would watch one. The next question is, what is your favorite anime? And that's a tough one. I'm gonna say Dragon Ball Z, because of nostalgia and nothing else. Because Dragon Ball Z really isn't the best, but nostalgia is just far too overpowering with that, and I'm not even gonna come up with a different excuse. But Dragon Ball Z would definitely be my favorite. Are you a fan of Harry Potter? And if so, what is your favorite book and movie? And I'm a huge fan of Harry Potter. My favorite book would probably be Book 4, Goblet of Fire, and my favorite movie would probably be either Prisoner of Azkaban, or if you were combined part 1 of 7 and part 2 of 7, because I consider them, to be one movie, then that. But otherwise, it would be movie 3 and book 4. And I think this is the final question. And when you were a kid, did your parents yell at you when you played GTA because they swear a lot? And no, I've always been a pretty mature kid, and I was a pretty mature kid back then, and I was playing with brothers in a controlled environment and stuff like that. And I wasn't so, immature or stupid to be influenced by the stuff that I was seeing or hearing. So I never got yelled at. I was always allowed to play M games when I was little, because it didn't really have a true effect on me like it may have on some other kids. And that just about does it for this Q&A Let's Play. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for all the questions. I got a lot of them, and I'm glad that I got a lot of them, because, it would have been pretty lame if I only got, 10 or 12. Sorry it took so long to do the N+, to do this. Just the month of November was really hectic for me, and there was a lot of stuff going on, and, for like a week or two, I kind of just fell out of touch with Let's Playing and stuff like that. But, everything's good now, and, my next Let's Play is coming up, right after this, so stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and, I kind of did this, this thing, because I wanted to do a Q&A thing, and also as like a really delayed, 2-year special, but also, I guess you could kind of call it like a 5,000 special thing. And I just wanted to, just close out with saying that I really do appreciate, all of you guys who watch me over the years. I may not be as crazy or loony as Caboose, and I'm glad I'm not, because, that would be lame if there was 2 of us on the channel. But, if you guys, have stuck around, because of me, that makes me feel awesome, and hopefully you guys enjoy Caboose as well, and you can enjoy the both of us for, a few more years to come until, I don't know, whenever we stop, which will obviously be a few years from now. So, I know I'm kind of rambling. I just wanted to say thank you guys for all the support over the last, 2.5 years, because it's meant a lot to us, and, Let's Playing is as fun as ever. So, I'm Paper Mario Guy of the Koopa Ninja Bros. I'll see you guys all in my next project. Hope you guys stick around. And I'll see you guys all next time. So, see you then.